Today we are building the most beloved X-Men Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's the spiritual heart and soul of the X-Men and is one of their top fighters. But we all know why you want to play Nightcrawler. Teleportation. Which brings us to our first goal. You need to BAMF. And not just short-range teleportation either. No, we're taking this to Nightcrawler's highest capabilities. Next, you're sometimes a priest, sometimes not, and now you're making your own religion. So we need you to be as good as any cleric, but not a full-time one. And finally, your sword skills are second to none. Even Wolverine, who studied with samurai, respects your skills with a blade. We're using standard point array because I don't know what you use at your table, and we're not multi-classing, so don't worry about stat minimums. We're starting this off with charisma at 15. There isn't a single person on your team that wouldn't take a bullet for you. Seriously. Every time you die, it breaks the team. Even Jean's death, which is constant, doesn't break the team as much. Dex is next at 14 as you are an acrobat and your favorite weapons are finesse. Wisdom is a 13. Even the oldest members of the team come to you for advice. Intelligence will follow at 12 as you are a teacher. Con is low with a 10, but we're dumping strength as it's not too important for this build. Nightcrawler is a mutant, a very unique one at that. Custom lineage lets you create your own unique race without waiting for Wizards of the Coast to do it. Place +2 into Dex. For your free feat, Fey Touch adds +1 to Charisma and gives you access to Misty Step. Misty Step lets you teleport 30 feet as a bonus action. You also gain one first level spell from Divination or Enchantment schools. Gift of Alacrity gives you a D8 to add to your initiative rolls for 8 hours. Both these spells can be cast without a spell slot once per long rest, but we'll be getting spell slots at level 1. Heads up, Misty Step is a second level spell slot, so it's just going to be a one shot till we get to level 3, sorry. Finally, give yourself Dark Vision. Now, you're going to have to talk to your DM about having a tail, but as long as you don't ask for too much, they shouldn't have a problem with it. I know he uses his tail in combat, but I wouldn't allow that myself. For background, we need the skills Performance and Perception, as like I said, you are wise and you are an acrobat. We're making you a bard. You get 3 more skills, take acrobatics, stealth, and religion. Level 1 bards get Bardic Inspiration. As a bonus action, you can grant one creature that can hear you within 60 feet with a Bardic Inspiration dice to use on an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw. You can do this a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier and regain all uses after a long rest. This starts off at a D6 but will be upgraded over time with bard levels. You're also a spell caster. Cure Wounds lets you heal 1d8 plus your Charisma modifier. Disguise Self covers you in an illusion for 1 hour, making you look like someone else, but this is only an illusion. I know Nightcrawler's finally over his insecurities and no longer carries his holographic device, but maybe sometimes he just doesn't want to look like a blue creature. I will not judge. Feather Fall stops all fall damage for up to 9 creatures regardless of the height. Charmed Person forces a wisdom save on one humanoid within 30 feet of you, making them your friend for 1 hour should they fail. You also have 2 cantrips, but none of them are important to this build, so I'm gonna let you choose that one. Level 2 bards are jack of all trades. Now, when you make a skill check with a skill you are not proficient with, you get to add half your proficiency bonus to the roll. Song of Rest lets you improve short rests. Now, when you take a short rest and your party can hear you, they will regain an extra D6 in hit points when they roll a hit dice. Over time, this will be upgraded as well. Magical Inspiration allows those who have been given a Bardic Inspiration to add the dice to spells that heal or cause damage. For your new spell, Healing Word allows you to heal one creature within 60 feet of you by 1d4 plus your Charisma modifier. You can add spell slots to add extra d4 per level. Level 3 bards get Expertise. You can now double your proficiency bonus for 2 skills of your choice. I would suggest Acrobatics and Perception, but go with what you feel. You also receive your subclass. College of Sword bards are experts in combat and death-defying acts. You are now proficient with medium armor and scimitar avatars, and any weapon you're proficient with is now a spellcasting focus. You also gain a fighting style. Dueling adds +2 to the damage rolls when holding a single weapon with one hand and no other weapon with the other. Blade Flourish increases your speed by 10 feet when you make an attack till the end of your turn, and if you hit with the attack, you can perform a special Blade Flourish by using your Bardic Inspirations. Defensive Flourish lets you add the Bardic Inspiration dice to the damage and add the same to your AC for one turn. Slashing Flourish lets you add the Bardic Inspiration dice to the damage and damage a second target within 5 feet of you. This damage only equals the Bardic Inspiration dice, not the weapon attack. Mobile Flourish lets you add the Bardic Inspiration dice to the damage, then push the target away from you equal to the Bardic Inspiration dice. Once you do this, you can move again to the push target. You also gain second level spell slots, so you can now use Misty Step. For your new spell, Invisibility turns you invisible for up to 1 hour, and will end if you attack or cast a spell. I know this is weird, but at one point, Kurt could actually blend into dark areas because of his skin. I don't know, you can take whatever you want if you don't like this, we just need the spell slots for teleportation. Level 4 bards get our first ability score improvement. Place this into Dex for better AC and attack. For your new spell, Lesser Restoration lets you end one disease or conditioned effect. Level 5 bards get Font of Inspiration. All your Bardic Inspirations now come back on a short or long rest. Your Bardic Inspiration dice are now also a D8. Finally, you get 3rd level spell slots. For your spell, Mass Healing Word lets you heal up to 6 creatures of your choice within 60 feet of you for 1d4 plus your Charisma modifier, and you can add spell levels to add d4s. Level 6 bards gain Counter Charm. As an action, you begin a performance that lasts until your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creature within 30 feet of you that can hear you has advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened. This ends if you are silenced or incapacitated. You also gain extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single action. For your new spell, Fast Friends lets you charm a humanoid within 30 feet of you. Should they fail a wisdom save, the creature believes you are good friends for up to 1 hour. If you try to have it go against its nature or it takes damage, they make the save again. Level 7 bards now get 4th level spell slots. Let's amp up some teleportation. For your new spell, Dimension Door lets you teleport up to 500 feet. You can teleport somewhere you can see, describe, or visualize. Warning, if you teleport into something like a person or a wall, you'll take 4d6 force damage and the teleportation fails. Level 8 bards gain another ability score improvement. Place this into Charisma for better spells DC. For your spells, Charm Monster is like Charm Person, but without the humanoid stipulation, and can now target any creature. I don't really want to take these charming spells, I just need filler. All I care about is the combat and the teleportation, along with some healing. Level 9 bards receive an upgrade to their Song of Rest. Now your Song of Rest gives an extra D8 to short rests. You also get 5th level spells. For your new spell, Mass Cure Wounds lets you create a 30-foot sphere within 60 feet of you. Everyone within that sphere heals 3d8 plus your Charisma modifier. Level 10 bards get 2 more skill expertise. I would suggest Stealth and Performance. Your Bardic Inspiration dice is also upgraded to a D10. And you receive Magical Secrets. Magical Secrets are 2 spells from any spell list. They are now bard spells for you. For these spells, Far Step is an upgraded version of Misty Step. You can now maintain the spell and teleport up to 60 feet with a bonus action each turn. I need to apologize for something. I realized in earlier builds I did typos by accident and said Far Step is a 90-foot teleportation. It is not, it is 60 foot. Greater Restoration lets you reduce a creature's exhaustion level by 1 or end 1 effect, such as Charm, Petrified Curse, Ability Score Reduction, or Hit Point Reduction. Level 11 bards gain 6 level spell slots. For your spell, Teleportation Circle creates a Banff Point, a portal that lasts for 1 round that connects to a teleportation point that you have seen in your travels. This actually happened in the comic books. Love it. For that round, any creature can enter the portal and arrives at the destination. You must learn these points by studying them for 1 minute. Make sure to tell your DM you're looking for them, or if your world uses them. You can also create a teleportation circle, but you have to stay in one place for 1 year. here. I don't think you're going to get that much downtime. Level 12 bards get another ability score improvement, and let's go ahead and cap your decks off for a 20. Level 13 bards receive an upgrade to their Song of Rest, now giving D10s during the short rest. You also receive 7th level spell slots. I am loving the fact that you're getting so much teleportation, healing, and combat skills. For your new spell, Teleport transports you and up to 8 creatures within 10 feet of you, anywhere in the world. The more familiar you are with the target location, the easier it is to teleport. If it's a teleportation circle, or you have an object associated with the site, you will automatically arrive with no problem. Level 14 bards of the College of Swords gain Master Flourish. You can now choose to roll a d6 instead of a bardic inspiration dice when using Blade Flourish, thereby saving your bardic inspiration. And guess what? You gain 2 more spells from Magical Secrets. For these spells, Regeneration heals a creature 4d8 plus 15 HP, and for 1 hour they regain 1 HP every turn, or 10 HP per minute if it's outside of combat. It also restores missing body parts after 2 minutes. Resurrection brings the dead back to life as long as they have been dead for no more than a century. Like I said, you've died a lot, so why not bring other people back? Now, this does cost a lot, money-wise, so go ahead and not take this if you don't want it. I suggest taking it, because who knows, you might get the components and need a resurrection. Level 15 bards receive an upgrade to their Bardic Inspiration, making it a D12. You also get 8th level spell slots. For your spell, take what you want. We'll get a few more spells we need later, but for right now, take whatever. Level 16 bards receive another ability score improvement, and it's time to cap off Charisma for better spell DC and healing. Level 17 bards receive the final upgrade to Song of Rest. You're now giving D12s during a short rest. You can also cast 9th level spell slots. For your spell, Power Word Heal heals 1 target, all of its HP, and ends condition effects. Level 18 bards receive our final magical secrets for these spells. Mass Heal lets you restore up to 700 HP divided between any creature within 60 feet of you. They can also be cured of any disease and effect that's making them blinded or deafened. True Resurrection lets you bring any creature that's been dead for up to 200 years. Once more, expensive as hell. Look it up and figure out if you actually want it. Level 19 bards receive our final ability score improvement. Place this wherever you want as you've capped the 2 stats you really need capped. Our final level is level 20 bard, and you receive Superior Inspiration. If you roll initiative and have no bardic inspiration left, you regain 1 bardic inspiration dice. Let's dive in and look at this build. There's nowhere you can't get. With unlimited teleportation range and different options for in and outside of combat, you will be impossible to nail down. You're also a master sword fighter, adding 7 to the damage and attacking twice. You can also add more damage several different ways. You're also a better cleric than most clerics. You can heal and add dice to short rests and add dice to other people's healing spells. Finally, you are one inspiring bastard with 5 uses of bardic inspiration and multiple ways for that inspiration to be used. Damage, healing, whatever. Downside. Firstly, you deal no real magical damage, meaning if you don't get a magical weapon, higher level monsters will just laugh at you. You also can't be tanky with only 100 HP and medium armor only. But I'd like to point out you have died a lot in the comics. Jean is the only one that's died more than you. You also have a lot of spells that basically are useless, but you needed filler because all we really needed were healing and teleportation spells. Keep moving, jump in and out of combat. Keep your friends up in both spirits and body. If heroes are what you really want to play, go ahead and check out my other builds, where you can play as Tron, Hellboy, or Trevor Belmont. Thank you again for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell.